Hello everyone, welcome back to another session with me. Today we'll be drawing two more new tangles issued by CZTs and drawing a tile together as we do in all our sessions. Yes. So let's get started with today's session. Today's tangles are Mooka 3D, which is a tangle by this version of the tangle is by CZT Sanyukta, and it just starts with the normal Mooka shape like this, and then you add to the shape some auras so that it looks like a 3D version. For example, here, for example, a few auras there at the back, and some auras here like this. Yeah, so this gives the Mooka a 3D look, especially when you will shade it. So I'll again show you where do you add the auras. This is the normal Mooka, and then you will add some auras here and a few at the back to give that layered effect, and then a few here like this. Yeah, you have to shade on this line only, the basic line and the pod, and automatically it gets that effect. Yeah, so shading more or less remains the same, and you get a 3D effect. Yeah, so that's the first tangle we are going to be using today. The second tangle is called Mak-rah-Mee. Yes, it is by CZT Michel Beauchamp. It has been around for quite some time now. Starts with this Kiko tangle. Kiko is a Zentangle original, so I have drawn 3 straight lines and 3 horizontal. Again, 3 horizontal and 3 vertical lines in this fashion. Yeah, the tangle Kiko, you can comfortably close the ends if you want, and then we will add these ropes or auras, double lines linking these sections. Yeah, so you can draw it any which ways. Try crossing them, try intersecting. It adds to the look of the tangle like this, and then few flowing free like these. So there is no hard and fast rule how you have to draw these. You can add any number. You can draw any number of these free flowing lines. It can be like Hollis, it can be like Mooka, whichever way you feel like. Yeah, you can also add some sprinkles if you want. Something like this. Yeah, so feel free to do that. The shading is generally here in the center, and you can shade as per what tangulation have you used. For example, if you have used Hollis or you have used sprinkles, zingers, then you can shade accordingly. Yeah. Let's draw a tile together and we'll get a better picture of how you can use this tangle, and again we'll be running through how to draw the tangle. Yeah. So I have a Zentangle in front of me again, and I'm going to place a border here. Whether we pen it or not, we shall see later, but just relax yourself and start with a light border like this. Yeah. So let's get started from the bottom of this tile. I'm starting straight away with one Mooka like this. Yeah. Then adding the layers, the first set. You can add any number. The second, a few going behind. Like these, and then a couple of them showing like this. Darken the main line from where you started. You can also add a little weight here. Yeah, so that's our first. Let's now build on it. Moving on to the next. Come down. Again, add some layers here. As many as you wish. Some layers at the back. The way you wish to. You can bring it down. You can finish it here itself. And some here. Just darken the main line a little. And some bit of weight there. Yeah. So I'm going to add again one more, not thinking where, what, just going with the flow wherever I feel like. I'm adding my mookas. Again, a few auras at the back. As many as you feel like. And probably 1 or 2 lines here. Like this. Yeah. So let's continue like this. So I'm going to further build on it. So let's add one like this. Again, keep rotating your tile. Draw the way you are comfortable. So I'm going to the back. You can draw as many as you want. And probably a few lines here. Like this. Yeah. Again, just building on the tangle. Not planning much where, what. And a few at the back. Don't bother if the lines are shaky. That's fine. Yeah. So again, going to add one like this. So take your time and just draw it across the tile from one end to the other, whichever way you wish to. Yeah. So I am done with drawing my Mooka 3D. Now I am going to be adding some more tangles. For example, let us draw petal panes and fill in the in-between spaces. So we have already learned how to draw the tangle. So I have drawn an orb just like a pearl, a black pearl, and now I am going to add some petals, hidden ones like these. Yeah, hidden there. You can add an aura if you want, thin one, and then you can ink the rest of the space. Yeah, so small little spaces, you need to be patient as you fill up those spaces. Like this. Small space here can be filled up. Again, moving to the next, so I'm going to add a petal pane here. It's not petal pane, actually it's petal puddle. Yeah, petal pane is a different angle. Sorry for that. But they are all organic tangles. Yeah, again. So I'm drawing with whatever spaces I have, adding an aura and filling up the rest. Take your time. That's the second one. Yeah, so let's place one here. Choose tangles of your own choice. This is just a suggestion. I felt like adding this tangle here. If you feel like adding something else, please go with that. Add a light aura there. Yeah, and probably we can add one here or here. Add two auras and add those nice petal shapes. Add a thin aura. Small little space there. You can ink it. Yeah. So again, this space you can either add petal paints or you can just fill it up with some probably Bronx cheers. So that it adds a little drama. Yeah. So I'm probably going to add one more here. One of those 3D mookas before I move to my next tangle. Yeah. So now let's draw a Mak-rah-Mee sitting here. So I have some space here, so I'm going to start with my Kiko. You can draw as many lines as you wish. Keep it similar number of lines in all the directions. So I've added 4. I'm going to just join them, close the ends, and then let's start with the first layer of ring like this. Then you can start from anywhere. You can link any two. There are no hard and fast rules there. So just enjoy the strokes. Try intersecting but not cutting the lines. Yeah, so then the next layer I'm going to take out these. So I'm just keeping the ends like this. Probably you can add a nice fescue there or just leave it like that. Yeah, so that's entirely up to you. How do you want to? Probably we can do something like this. Again, some hidden ones there. Again, just going around the fescue. Again, hidden one there. Hidden one there. Just take your time. Intersecting ones is always a good idea, so just Add as many as you like. Yeah, probably one intersecting these would be a good idea. Yeah, so that's my Mak-rah-Mee. Now if you want, you can add some drama by just inking one section. So the center becomes bold. If you want, you can add a little more by capping these up like this. These are all again optional. You can add anything at the ends. Yeah. So now the rest of the tile, these in between spaces, you can either ink it completely or you can add, as I mentioned, as I have added Bronx cheer at few places, you can also do that. Add some bit of weights here and there, or some places can be inked comfortably, whichever way you like it. Yeah, probably I'll add some Bronx cheer here. So drawing an orb, filling it in, but not filling it completely, leaving a highlight there, and not filling it very systematically also, leaving a band empty. Yeah, so that's one part of our tile. Now the rest of the tile, it is entirely up to us. What do we want to do? There are a whole lot of tangles that you can choose from. Let's see, what do we want to add? Probably, yeah, circles would be a good idea. What say? Let's add circles in one section and then we'll see what do we want to add in the rest. So I'm just going to add some zigzag lines like these. Yeah. And then I'm going to start adding these orbs. You can also add any other shape you feel like. So that's not a constraint. You can add any shape you like. Yeah. So I'm going to go with, first start inking from here. Small space there, so just take your time. So since you are inking this section, you leave that part of the orb as it is. Yeah. So let's start to ink alternately. So when you ink the section, you don't touch the orb. When you ink the orb, you don't touch the rest of the section. You just ink that orb or a part of the orb. Yeah. So that's the whole idea. So here I'll just ink that part of the orb which falls in this section. And again, next I will just ink the section. So I'll go on like this and do the same exercise for the rest of the sections also. Please do it at your own pace, no hurry, slowly. Yeah. So I've finished inking my circles and now moving on to the other side, I'm just going to add a border and let's see. I just feel like leaving it the way it is, right? But we can, if you want, add some bubbles. Like these. Big ones. Yeah. One op, another op, third op, and then some weight on one side. One op, second op, third op, and then some weight on one side. And I think that would be sufficient. I don't feel like adding anything else. Yeah. So let's get to shading first, and then we'll see if we want to add something more. As far as mookas are concerned, again start with the heads. Here. Inside here. Yeah. So just blend softly. Add the graphite. Spaces are small, don't blend too much. Again here, here, close the ends, and probably some here. Blend the graphite without blending too much. Moving on to the third one. Again, small little spaces there. So just a bit of graphite from where lines are emerging, where lines are merging. Take your time, slowly add the graphite. Yeah, without blending too much. I'm just going to each of those places. Petal puddle or petal paints. Just add a little on the aura here, and the last one here, I think. That's about it. I think we have shaded our mookas. Yeah. Moving on to the Mak-rah-Mee. Just a slight touch here to give the effect of overlaps. You can touch the beginning of the lines, but they are pretty thin, so just touch, don't add too much. A soft touch there, a soft touch here. Yeah, if you want, you can add some bit of weights at the intersections if you feel like. Some of the places, little bit of weight here and there always looks nice. Yeah, as far as the bubbles are concerned, again up to you. If you want to shade, you can, or you can leave it the way it is. Yeah. So coming next to our circles. Yeah. So I'm just going to add under these lines. And I don't think we need to add more. This much is sufficient as far as our circles is concerned. Yeah. So that's Mooka 3D and Mak-rah-Mee. You can go on adding more if you feel like. Just adding a little weight on the outside also. So I feel like keeping this part of the tile empty, but if you want, you can always add something else. Yeah. So let's close our tile here. That's our tile for today. My chop sitting there. Sign and date your tile. And I shall see you again with few more tangles, yeah, issued by CZTs. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.